Cybersecurity Monthly News, November 2025 by DuoCircle.com. Chrome Zero-Day exploited to deploy Memento Labs spyware attacks. A patched Chrome flaw, CVE 202-52783, was exploited in targeted espionage attacks tied to Memento Labs' Operation Forum Troll. Attackers used phishing emails themed around the Primakov Readings Forum to deploy the Leak Agent spyware and, in some cases, the more advanced Dante framework. The incident highlights how commercial surveillance tools continue to be misused for covert intelligence operations. NPM supply chain attack targets developers with InfoStealer. Researchers found 10 malicious NPM packages, posing as popular libraries that delivered a multi-stage InfoStealer. The packages used fake captchas and obfuscated loaders to deploy a 24 MB Pi installer malware that stole browser data, SSH keys, and system credentials. Organizations are urged to audit dependencies, remove suspicious packages, and rotate exposed credentials as investigations continue. Hackers actively exploit critical flaws in Delmia Aprizo and XWiki. CISA and Vulncheck warn that attackers are exploiting critical Delmia Aprizo flaws, CVE 202562004 and CVE 202562005, that enable privilege escalation and full system compromise. XWiki's CVE 202524893 is also being actively abused to execute remote code and install cryptocurrency miners through a staged attack chain. Federal agencies and all Aprizo XWiki users are urged to patch immediately due to ongoing exploitation. Patient information exposed in Sedgebrook and Heartland cyberattacks. Sedgebrook reported a May 2025 ransomware attack that exposed sensitive patient data, including social security numbers, medical details, and financial information. Heartland Health Center reported a February 2025 breach, with the Medusa ransomware group claiming responsibility for stealing clinical and personal data. Both organizations are notifying affected individuals and offering credit monitoring, while the HHSO CR portal has yet to list either incident. Phantom Raven campaign targets NPM developers with 100+ malicious packages. The Phantom Raven supply chain attack, identified by Koi Security, involves 126 malicious NPM packages designed to steal developer credentials, GitTube tokens, and CICD secrets. Attackers hid their activity by redirecting dependencies to an attacker-controlled domain and using lifecycle scripts to download remote payloads. The campaign demonstrates increasingly sophisticated methods like slop squatting, enabling threat actors to exploit developer trust and weaknesses in open-source ecosystems. Ransomware attack on Askel disrupts Japan's retail supply chain. Askel halted online orders, shipments, and customer services after a ransomware attack disabled its systems across 3 major e-commerce platforms. The disruption has cascaded through Japan's retail sector, affecting companies like Muji, Loft, and Sogo and Cebu that rely on Askel's logistics network. The incident comes amid a surge in cyberattacks across Japan, including recent breaches at Asahi Group Holdings and Sagawa Express. Quailan ransomware gang claims Habib Bank AG Zurich as latest victim. Quailan ransomware claims 2.5 TB data theft from Habib Bank AG Zurich, leaks customer records and source code screenshots. Bank confirms breach. Researchers say the samples appear legitimate and include sensitive financial and identity details. The attack highlights ongoing threats to global financial institutions, following recent breaches at HSB, CUSA, and Jordan Kuwait Bank. Google uncovers AI-powered malware that rewrites its own code. Google has identified an experimental malware strain called PromptFlux that uses the Gemini AI model to rewrite its own code for stealth and persistence. Although the self-modifying feature is not fully active yet, the malware's design suggests a new wave of adaptive, AI-driven cyber threats. Google warns that multiple threat actors and state-linked groups are already adopting generative AI for phishing, data theft, and automated malware development. Cisco issues urgent fixes after fresh firewall exploitation detected. Cisco warns attackers are exploiting CVE 202520333 and CVE 202520362 in secure firewall ASA and FTD software, forcing unpatched devices to reload and causing DOS disruptions. The UK NCSC says these bugs were already used as 0 days to deploy malware such as Ray Initiator and Line Viper. Cisco has issued patches not only for these firewall vulnerabilities, but also for critical flaws in Unified Contact Center Express and a high-severity DOS issue in the Identity Services Engine. Oglethorpe and NMHC report data breaches linked to cyber incidents. Oglethorpe suffered a cyberattack in May-June 2025, where files with personal and medical data from over 92,000 patients were accessed, disrupting operations. The provider says there is no evidence of misuse so far and is offering affected individuals a year of free credit monitoring. Northern Montana Healthcare was indirectly affected by a breach at its vendor, Wakefield and Associates, which is notifying patients and offering identity protection. Hyundai data leak may have compromised 2.7 million Social Security numbers. Hyundai disclosed a major data breach affecting Hyundai AutoEver America, where attackers had 9 days of unrestricted access between February 22 and March 2. The stolen data includes names, Social Security numbers, and driver's license information, potentially impacting up to 2.7 million customers. Hyundai is sending notification letters and urging individuals to monitor credit reports, use fraud alerts, and enable free credit monitoring if offered. International crackdown takes down 1,000 malware servers, Rhadamanthys, Venomrat, and Elysium. Law enforcement agencies from 9 countries dismantled more than 1,000 servers tied to the Rhadamanthys infostealer, Venomrat, and the Elysium botnet under Operation Endgame. Authorities raided sites in Germany, Greece, and the Netherlands, seizing 20 domains and disrupting infrastructure holding millions of stolen credentials and over 100,000 crypto wallets. Authorities urge users to check for compromise using official tools like politai.nl/checkyourhack and Havibinpund while updating security software. Google files lawsuit against China-based hackers running $1 billion lighthouse phishing scheme. Google filed a lawsuit in New York against China-based threat actors operating the lighthouse phishing as a service platform responsible for over $1 billion in global fraud. The service enabled large-scale smishing campaigns impersonating brands such as USPEs and EasyPass, using 107 fake Google-branded login pages to steal financial data. Google is pursuing the group under RICO and CFAA, linking Lighthouse to wider Chinese cybercrime networks, like Darkula and Lucid, that created more than 17,500 phishing domains. New WhatsApp, malware Mavericks hijacks browser sessions to target Brazil's leading banks. Researchers discovered a new malware strain called Maverick, spreading through malicious zip files sent over WhatsApp web to target Brazilian banking customers. The malware disables antivirus tools, installs multiple payloads, and uses fake login pages to steal banking credentials, activating only on systems configured for Brazil. Maverick works with the SORV, EPOT, EL tool to hijack WhatsApp sessions using Chroma Driver and Selenium, enabling automated spreading to victims' contacts. GlobalLogic alerts 10,000 employees to possible data theft linked to Oracle breach. GlobalLogic notified more than 10,000 employees that attackers stole sensitive personal and financial data from its Oracle e-business suite systems in July 2025. The Clop ransomware group exploited an Oracle vulnerability, exposing passport details, tax IDs, salary records, and bank account numbers. GlobalLogic has not yet appeared on Clop's leak site and is advising affected individuals to monitor bank and credit activity as investigations continue. Logitech confirms major data breach linked to notorious extortion gang. Logitech confirmed a data breach caused by attackers exploiting a zero-day vulnerability in a third-party platform, believed to be the same Oracle EBS flaw abused by the Clop gang. Clop claims to have stolen 1.8 TB of data from Logitech, affecting employees, consumers, customers, and suppliers, but not including national ID or credit card details. The investigation remains ongoing, and users are urged to watch for phishing attempts related to the incident. Mass router takeover. Operation Rethug hijacks 50,000 plus outdated routers. Operation Rethug compromised over 50,000 outdated ASUS routers across Southeast Asia, North America, and Europe by exploiting old vulnerabilities. Attackers leveraged multiple old vulnerabilities and privilege escalation flaws in discontinued WRT models and ASUSAI cloud to take control of the devices. Owners of older ASUS routers are advised to replace unsupported hardware and install the latest available firmware. New Android banking Trojan Sternuses can read encrypted messages. A new Android Trojan called Sternus can bypass end-to-end encryption by reading decrypted text directly from the screen and provides full remote control for financial fraud. Distributed via malicious APKs disguised as legitimate apps, it establishes encrypted C2 channels and uses region-specific overlays to steal banking credentials. Users are urged to avoid sideloading apps, keep Play Protect enabled, and rely only on the official Google Play Store. 7-Zip hit by actively exploited RCE vulnerability. A critical 7-Zip vulnerability, CV2025-11001, is being actively exploited, allowing malicious zip files with crafted symbolic links to escape extraction folders and execute code. The flaw enables attackers to run commands under elevated permissions, posing significant risk to users handling untrusted archives. Security experts urge all users to update to version 25.0 or later immediately due to confirmed exploitation and available proof of concept code. Princeton data leak exposes alumni and donor contact records. Princeton University disclosed that a phishing attack on a staff member allowed unauthorized access to a database containing decades of alumni and donor contact information. The exposed data includes names, phone numbers, email addresses, and mailing addresses for alums, donors, students, relatives, faculty, and staff. Officials say no financial, password, or federally protected student data was involved, but affected individuals should be alert to impersonation attempts. For cybersecurity-related solutions, please visit us at DuoCircle.com today. You can call us at 1-855-700-1386 or email support@support@duocircle.com.